Bankroll Nation, stand up and count your blessings. Your favorite smoker, always smoker, stoner, J Goodvibez, one of the young OGs of the wisdom. I hope y'all doing well today. We want to talk about a little bit of positivity that happened in the NFL. Talk about Monday Night Raw. Also going to talk about GTA a little bit. And I start a new segment every end of the podcast called Wisdom of the Day. I'll be throwing like little quotes that comes to my mind, or some quotes that I hear from like OGs that's older than me. I'm always learning every day. So I don't gain all this wisdom just from not. Basically, what I'm saying is I didn't gain all this wisdom for all the shit I went through. I mostly gained some of the wisdom from conversation, and I try to spray all my wisdom and positivity around the world. But let's get to it. So, so far, GTA came out with a release date, November 19th, 2026. About fucking time. Don't push back no more, motherfuckers. Uh, but I can't wait though. But the way they keep adding stuff, they got a bigger map and all that. 9 out of 10, you're gonna need more space on that place, that PS5 and that Xbox. Just saying, you know, that's gonna be crazy with Call of Duty and GTA. Yeah, that's a crazy space gap right there. But I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for around the holidays, just mainly because of that. And it's a lot of things that happen in the NFL. Start off with the head coaches. Atlanta Falcons, they let go of their head coach. You kind of seen that coming. Then again, you didn't, but you can understand it. Hopefully, they build that whole system, that whole team back up. Because at one point, there was a playoff team. So hopefully, they get back on their feet and be the Atlanta Falcons that everybody know and love. Cleveland Browns, they let go of their head coach. I seen that shit coming. I'm pretty sure whoever's watch NFL every day or keep up with the shit, yeah, I seen that shit coming. Uh, no comment. No comment on that one. Uh, this is a shocking one. A Hall of Famer head coach. He didn't resign with the Las Vegas Raiders. I was very surprised. Probably can't. It's probably an understanding. He probably got a different point of view of why he didn't resign. But the Raiders is one of them teams that they really building, and it's gonna take a while. When I mean a while, maybe a couple years for them to be that playoff or that wild card type of caliber team. And last but not least, Baltimore Ravens. They finally let go of their head coach. Not saying he wasn't a bad coach. It was just you gain hell for players. And you see what they doing and they gain all great players, offense and defense. It just they can't get it together. You can see that when they have certain football games. Like they have the lead and they blow that shit. Now the last game, I was surprised the field goal kicker missed that shit, but it was more of like it happens. It happens. But should have got that kick. They would have been in the playoffs instead of the Steelers. But I know Ravens, they'll come back and they're gonna come back strong. Especially Lamar Jackson. That man been playing like crazy. He's showing the reason why he was a 2-time MVP for sure. All right. Now let's go to the record breaking setting right here. Caleb Williams, most passing yards in Chicago Bears history. I seen that coming. He's by far the best quarterback they ever had within the last probably like last decade. Been a while since they had a great quarterback that been consistent since he got drafted by them. So shout out to him, bro, because dude is going crazy every year, and this is his best year he ever played. So he automatically is. I think in a couple years he's automatically gonna be in the MVP conversation. Like mark my words, he's gonna be MVP conversation. I'm saying he's gonna be MVP conversation. I don't know when, but this dude playing like crazy, and he probably not getting that recognition like that because of the team, But he's gonna be that nigga, especially when he start getting like pieces that he need on that offense. Oh, it's over. It's over with. And shout out to Miles Garrett, bro. That's a Hall of Famer right there. The only player that broke Michael Strahan's record, 23 sacks, and it took like a decade, maybe 2 decades, for somebody to break that. Miles Garrett is a monster, bro. And he's a monster. Crazy. The only person that I would have seen break that record, that could have had a chance to break that record, that set that season high, was oof. There was a couple of them. Like it was literally a couple of them. Like maybe a person like DeMarcus Ware could have broke that. Um, a person like I can't think of the person's name, and it's like in my head. JJ Watts could have got that. TJ Watts could have get it. Um, Another person could have got it. Aaron Donald, that was a monster. He was a monster. I thought he would have got it. Out the Miles Garrett, bro. He's definitely playing on a whole nother level. Now we're gonna talk about the NFL rookie quarterbacks. That was like underdogs, in my opinion. And they showed out without talking shit. First I'm gonna start off with Cam Ward, #1 draft pick. Like he struggled the beginning of the season. But once he got used to it was over. Despite of the record that they had, what was it, like 2-11? He did all right, man. Like he played solid. Like like this season, as far as his stats, 59.8 completions. That's not bad for a rookie quarterback. Some people think it's bad, but hear me out. It's not that bad. That means he complete half of it. The other half's incompletions, but the other half wasn't really. The other half was kind of like he forced them passes, but you can tell the way he moves in the pocket. You can tell that he's gaining that IQ that he needs, and he's going to be one of those unstoppable forces. Maybe next year or the next year. And also, his passing yards was 3,169. 3,169 passing yards. I don't know the last time Titans had a rookie quarterback that threw that much in the season. And he had 15 touchdowns, 7 assists this season. That's not bad neither. But you could tell he's gaining that IQ. And as long as they build pieces around him and continue getting better, Cam Ward is going to look like one of those MVP calibers or one of those elite quarterbacks later on down the line. From the New Orleans Saints, Tyler Schultz, I think I said his last name right, Schultz, whatever it is, but he showed out. Didn't really show it out. 10 touchdowns, 5 assists. His starting record was like 5-4, so he was like the second string quarterback. Yeah, he was one of those ones that had some. He got drafted like later in the draft, so he was one of those quarterbacks that thought he could have been like early second round, since most teams kept passing him up, and he did really good. He got 2,384 total yards. Solid, like real solid. And I do, even though he on the team I don't like, my dude, Jason Dart. One of those underdog quarterbacks that some people think he was going to shine, some people didn't think he was going to shine. Just because he had somebody like, he had James Wood, he had like two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks that I'm pretty sure he learned a lot from. And so he learned from mistakes they made, and I'm pretty sure he learned from mistakes he made in preseason. But other than that, like his total yards is 2,759. That was good. And this is the kicker right here. 24 total touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Like, come on now. And he got a decent amount of scramble yards too. So dude was killing it. Like he was killing it, and it's like, what else you can say? They kept fussing and saying they need a quarterback that's gonna do this and do that. You got somebody that's gonna do this and do that, and he's figuring out along the run, and you can tell that he's reading each defense at a time, even though it might take him a little while. But depending on like what team you playing, the dude is definitely reading defense for sure. If you don't believe me, watch some of his plays off the audibles he been calling. And then you can come back and be like, okay, I see what Jay is saying. That dude is gonna be a future. He was one of those underdog people that yeah, he got drafted first round. That was cool. But I was upset along with other people that he didn't get the starting role. The moment that Russell Wilson got signed, I'm like, yeah, he gonna be second. Then they got James Wilson, and I'm like, second or third string quarterback. But he sat there and listened, man. He sat there under the tree under two great quarterbacks. So shout out to him for a hell of a season. Last but not least, they count this dude out because of the name of his dad, Shador Sanders. He proved a lot of motherfuckers wrong. And I said it for you because this dude is too damn humble. I said it for you, Shador. Fuck y'all. His starting record is only 3-4. That's not bad. He had 7 total touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Okay, that's not bad neither. But 1,400 total yards, it's not bad. Like he's doing better. Like he's doing completely better. And you can tell that by being around Joe Flacco, I'm pretty sure he learned a lot from him. Learned a lot from mistakes that Justin Gabriel made, and been sitting to like the middle of the season. He had a chance to shine like preseason. Hey, perfect time, man. That dude is gonna be one of those elite people. Even if he don't get that starting lineup next season, I hope somebody trade him, bro. Cause he need to start. And it seemed like they might go with him, but Cleveland Browns can be unpredictable. So the way they kept making decisions, just hoping that he get that time to shine next season for sure. So shout out to Shador. But these rookie quarterbacks, they showed out. They ain't even had to talk shit, man. They used that IQ, their talents to just show the world that I'm that dude. Shout out to them, man. Trayvon Diggs got released, Cowboys, and then turned around and got signed to the Green Bay Packers the same day, which is crazy. I don't know, it was the same day or the day after, but either way, that shit was crazy. And they ain't waste no time. Like, he did his thing, though, on his debut. Like, his stacks, it's not bad. Like, he only had 2 targets, 1 forced incompletion, only allowed 4 yards, which is not bad, 3 tackles, 45.2 passer rating, not bad at all. And only allowed 1 catch. Now, that's a Trayvon Diggs that we know and love, like the first couple years when he was in Dallas. But, controversy and all that, I think that got in the way. But maybe that's something that he need to motivate him to be like, I need to show the world why I'm still that nigga. So shout out to Trayvon Diggs and wish him the best. And hopefully he stay healthy along with Michael Paulson, because their defense and Green Bay Packers is crazy. Like, they got a crazy defense right between like front line and cornerbacks. They just need they just need one good free safety, bro. Not saying the safety they got now ain't good, but they need one of those elite safeties. Especially the teams they be playing that be doing deep balls. Because I know sometimes Green Bay like the blitz now, especially that they got Marco Paulson. They like the blitz. They like the zone when they get close to the end zone. So hopefully, like, they come up with a different playing field this upcoming season. And switching gears. And now getting to the wrestling part. We're gonna talk about AEW. Matt Taven didn't resign the contract, which was surprising because he's one of those Ring of Honor legends that he probably felt like he wasn't getting the recognition he deserved, and he's definitely a Ring of Honor legend, even though AEW owns Ring of Honor. But pretty sure he made that decision, probably out of creative and maybe other stuff. Wish the best for Matt Taven because he still got it. Like, definitely. Mercedes Martinez didn't also resign the contract, but also she announced her retirement. So congratulations on a great ass career. Even though you had a short run in WWE, you had amazing being a part of AEW, becoming the Ring of Honor World Champion and other championships, and really solidify yourself as one of the best female wrestlers in this decade. So shout out to Mercedes Martinez. TNA Impact, bro. I'm excited for this. TNA Impact signed BDE. Anybody that's not familiar with BDE, he's a content creator. He started off with doing a podcast about wrestling. And I think maybe a couple years thought about, being like, I'm trained to be a professional wrestler. He did Revolve and like other, independent companies, and he became Revolve champion, which is big for him. He did one of the biggest moments of TNA by eliminating AJ Francis in a gauntlet match, and here comes his other stuff. Within his first couple of years, bro. And it's amazing to see his journey. And I'm really, really, really extremely happy for that dude. Like he definitely deserved it. He put in the work and he was like, bro, I'm not gonna disrespect the rest of the business. I'm gonna learn the fundamentals and all of that. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to Logan Paul, whether you hate him or love him. Logan Paul is another guy that was like, I'm not gonna disrespect the wrestling business. It's also a content creator. If you two do the same thing, I show speed. And I show speed is thinking about professional wrestling. He had his first match. I show speed is one of those guys that could end up being another up and coming star. And same thing with BDE. And then they got a partnership. They still have a partnership with WWE, you know, with TNA working with NXT. And I'm looking forward to see what they gonna do with BDE if they decide to have NXT as well. But I'm excited for him, man. I can't wait to see what he gonna do in TNA, bro. TNA is skyrocketing right now. Like they one of those sleepers as far as the roster. And I know a lot of people talking about WWE roster, AEW roster. So even like the little bit of Ring of Honor, NXT, but TNA have a roster. TNA have some legends. They have some TNA legends. They got former WWE superstars that's also legends, of course. But TNA, people sleeping on TNA, bro. Like, people need to really sit down and watch TNA. For real, bro. Like, I choose TNA over AEW. And I love AEW. I love wrestling. But I definitely choose TNA over AEW any day. And AEW have a great roster. But I'm a, I'm not just a storyline type of fan. I'm a fundamental wrestler psychology fan. So that's why I keep saying, don't be surprised if I be one of those next content creators to be like, yo, I'm gonna try for this wrestling shit. And I guarantee you I'll be in that top tier list of one of the greatest superstars that came out of the podcast. And that's for sure. Bankroll. And man, we're gonna talk about this little rumor and allegation with Chris Jericho saying he was supposed to return this past Monday Night Raw. And now they changed it, I guess. And they're saying the rumors are that he might come back for a WrestleMania potential storyline. That sounds interesting. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And now we're gonna talk about the highlights of Monday Night Raw. My boy Javon Evans is a part of Monday Night Raw. Well deserved, bro. Shout out to Javon Evans, bro. That's highlight right there. Like, dude got a lot of fucking potential at a young age. Dude ain't 21 years old, 21, 22. Dude is doing his fucking thing right now. And he ain't won no championships yet. But I can tell they really taking their time with this dude. Because he's one of those dudes that could be the future of the wrestling business. For sure. They had a segment with AJ Styles and Gunther. So it looks like, even though AJ Styles is on this retirement tour, it seemed like, I guess they making Gunther as like a legend killer. I don't know what they trying to do. You see that he defeated John Cena at his last match. I don't know if they gonna have Gunther like defeat AJ Styles or AJ Styles go over. Like for me, that shit wouldn't make any sense. I would have AJ go over. His last match is like literally like next year, January or either the end of this year. So, who knows, bro? Let's see. Yeah, Liv Morgan, she defeated Laura Valkyria in the regular singles match. Uh, Match was solid. Seemed like they have a little storyline going. for as far as like Bailey and Laura feuding with uh, or Roxanne Perez. It seems like they trying to build the women's tag team division, but I feel like they need more women's tag team. It's not really a lot of women's tag team in WWE right now. And that what makes the women's tag team division kind of suspect right now. So we're gonna see that. Um, Speaking of Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, she attacked Stephanie Fakira. I was surprised. It seemed like the way things are going, it seemed like they might put the title on Roxanne or either Raquel. I mean, not Roxanne, Raquel. She attacked her. It seemed like she going over at some point, but I know Stephanie Fakira, she's injured with a messed up ankle, and she's still, still trying to be, a part of the storyline despite of the little injury. And I know it's like short term, but we'll see how far that storyline goes. You know how WWE is. Storyline just be changing. Sometimes storyline just don't make the end of the storyline just don't make any fucking sense. Sorry for that pause moment, but that's just the truth. They need to put me in the damn creative office. No offense. Next match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeated the Kabuki Warriors to become the women's tag team champion. That was a good match. I see what they was trying to do, but it's a little weird. Well, I'm gonna say it's weird, but at the same time, it's kind of weird, a little early to put the tag titles on them, despite of like I see what they was trying to do that rivalry, and that rivalry does, go well. But I honestly thought they was gonna have Charlotte and Alexa Bliss go back after the titles, but once again, you just never know what route they're going. But to a certain extent, it didn't make sense. But at the same time, it did. Next one. Becky Lynch defeated Maxine Dupree to become the new Intercontinental Champion. The way that match ended, it seemed like that feud is not going to end. I'm enjoying the feud because Maxine Dupree put in the work. And people thought that she was just a baddie that just gonna walk around, dance and all this other shit. But she proven like I can wrestle too. And it's proven in the ring that, she doing the damn thing, bro. Shout out to her. CM Punk defeated Brian Breaker for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. I'm assuming, as a fan, along with other fans, probably thought that CM Punk was gonna lose. But in that match, Brian Breaker shows why he's the future of WWE. Like the match was really good. Like CM Punk always gonna hold his own. It was just a matter of time of how Brian Breaker was gonna do. Can he hang? Can he hang, bro? Like he did his thing. Shout out to him, bro. For real, for real. Um, Now we don't know who'll be the next contender for the Heavyweight Championship, but we'll see. It seemed like Brian Breaker he solidified himself to be in the main event scene. And they also had a segment with the Usos, you know, doing a segment talking that shit, saying like, "Welcome one son, bro. Welcome to the Uso penitentiary." That just summarized it right there. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. But the way things are going, it seems like they're gonna have Jey Uso turn on Jimmy Uso. It feels like they've been aiming at Jey Uso turning as a heel for a good little couple months now. And I think they go try to put him back in the main event scene as well. And I think they taking that time with Jey Uso because it seemed like they gonna ride with Jey Uso as one of the top stars. Because you got certain people that's gonna be retiring soon. That's gonna be part timers. You still got Seth Rollins, but you got to stay healthy, man. And you still got Randy Orton, which he gonna be retiring soon, but he made it known like he's still he trying to catch up to John Cena for real, but like the most championships. And you got AJ Styles about to retire. You got Brock Lesnar about to retire. You got Roman Reigns as a part time, but he's got one foot in, one foot out as far as the wrestling business. Um, Rey Mysterio, like I don't know what they doing with Rey Mysterio for real. One foot in, one foot out. And then you got these future stars like Dominic Mysterio. He's out with an injury right now. You still got Finn Balor, uh, which that dude they need to do something better with him because he's a world championship caliber, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You still, you got Braun Breaker. That's the future. Jey Uso. Um, you still got Cody Rhodes doing this thing. Drew McIntyre. Uh, who else? Yeah, believe it or not, you kind of got the Miz, but I think they don't keep his ass. They go uh, Damian Priest. You got these young stars, and it makes it so exciting because the Royal Rumble coming up for the women's and the men's, and I think this gonna be the most. Like last year was good, but I feel like this year is a little bit more exciting because of the dynamic of every story that's going, and some of the superstars definitely involved to be who they are now. You know, some of these was like they know they on their character. Some of these people actually figure out what they're doing as characters, and you got some fan figures that could win the Royal Rumble this year. And hey, that's it for the day with the topics, though. Hey, I'll be back next day to talk about the NXT highlights. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be grinding the shop. This podcast shit. By the way, man, I got the link in the description. I got some shirts and some merch. Podcast logo. And I also got my face with the smoke around it. So support your favorite neighborhood smoke. And the person quote of the day that I have is the best part about getting back on your feet is to know who you're not walking with. Like think about that. Think about that. The best part about getting back on your feet is knowing who to not walk with again. Think about it. Like think about it. And stay humble. Count your blessings. Till next time. Bankroll.